What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is Legitical Response. We cover political news, keep you up to date, and keep you informed on everything that the government does, because they do some underhanded stuff all the dang time, and we need to know about that stuff. So, today, yeah, we talking politics. Today, we talking about politicians and dirty, underhanded politician crap that they do. Yeah, they do some underhanded stuff, and we wish they would not do that stuff anymore. We wish they would listen to their constituency, like me and like you, and pay attention to the stuff that we do. Listen to what we say out there, folks. We don't want open borders. We don't want politicians playing dirty freaking games with other politicians just to keep their power. No, we control your power. Just remember that, politicians, because we will remind you if we have to. If I have to put together a coalition of folks to go in there and slap the piss out of some of you people, we will do that. You need to stop with all your underhandedness all the damn time. Now, what are we getting into today? Yeah. More bills, and more bills. Legislation. That's right. Check this out, y'all. House Republicans push bill to detain migrants accused of theft after Georgia student killed. Yeah, now what this is talking about is, what was her name? Laken Riley was killed by a criminal alien recently, right? It made national news. I covered it here on this channel. If you would like to see that coverage, go check out my catalog. It's there. I can promise you that. As a matter of fact, I might just put it right here if I can. Yeah, we'll put it right there so you can see it. All right, but so this guy came into the country illegally, right? Went to New York, was probably bused to New York, probably by Joe Biden, but it could have been by Governor Greg Abbott. You never know. Who's counting these days, right? Because there's millions of them here, right? So he committed some crimes up in New York, and, you know, as New York does when you commit crimes, they just let you go, you know, no bail, whatever, just get out and go right on ahead, you know, which is a mistake. I must say that is a mistake, because first off, the guy's not supposed to freaking be here in the first place. Then he commits a crime, and you just let the guy go? Yeah, and then he goes on down to Georgia and kills somebody. A nice person at that. A very nice person, right? So Republicans, they're really, really getting sick and tired of this. You know, some of these Republicans actually listen to their constituents, right? Their constituents are saying, look, we're scared. There has been a surge, a major surge, in criminal aliens committing crimes, killing people, raping children, folks. Yeah. And you wonder why exit polling in Virginia, of all places, they said immigration was at the top of their list. Yeah, go look that up. Yeah, Virginia. Yeah, a 14-year-old girl was assaulted in Virginia by a criminal alien. Yeah, there's stories like this all over the damn place. Some of them make national news, some of them don't. But I can promise you, they're all bad, and they all could have been prevented if Joe Biden would shut down the border, or at least turn away some of these criminal aliens, that these people that try to come into this country illegally. Turn them away, tell them to go to a port of entry, right? If you truly want to do something about the migration laws that we have on the books, then push for it, Joe. Don't say, oh, Republicans don't want to do this, and oh, it's Republicans' fault, and Trump is blah, blah, blah. No, freaking do something about it. Don't sit on your hands. Let's get into the story. Because this one, we're going to be pointing out some lies by the mainstream narrative machine. Of course, like we always have to do, little old dumbass me has to point out the faults with the mainstream narrative machine. These people have so many resources. Tangent news, folks. The House on Thursday passed a bill that would require federal authorities to detain unauthorized immigrants, you mean criminal aliens, who have been accused of theft, as Republicans seized on the recent death of a nursing student in Georgia to rebuke President Joe Biden's border policies just hours ahead of his State of the Union address. After 22-year-old Laken Riley, an Augusta University nursing student, was killed late last month while on a morning run, Republicans rushed the Laken Riley Act to the House floor to coincide with Biden's annual address. Yeah, they do this a lot. Yeah. by the way. It's a political tactic. The legislation easily passed 251 to 170 with all Republicans and 37 Democrats voting for it. Oh, we have 37 Democrats who are actually sane. Interesting. I thought they were all insane. But the 9-page bill was designated more to deliver a political point than to enact law and had little chance of being taken up in the Democratic-controlled Senate. Now, I don't know why. Obviously, it's bipartisan. And obviously, I've read the bill. It makes a lot of sense. It's only like 9 pages. You can go go to Congress.gov. You can look up the bill. It's only 9 pages. As immigration becomes a top issue in the presidential election, Republicans are using nearly every tool at their disposal, including impeaching Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas to condemn how the president has handled immigration. No, it's not immigration. It's illegal immigration. It's all the criminal aliens coming across the border. You see how they love to twist stuff? They try to make the American people believe that Republicans hate immigrants. That couldn't be further from the truth. This country runs off of immigrants to a degree. This country loves immigrants. We don't like criminal aliens who come over here and think they can just rush right on in the United States, breaking our laws to do so, and just live normally, right? There's a lot of criminals that seek to come over here because it's a big country. There's a lot of room. They can commit crimes and get away with it. That's not the only reason, but But Biden is also hammering GOP lawmakers for rejecting a bipartisan bill last month that sought to tramp down the number of illegal crossings at the U.S. border with Mexico. Yes, and like I've said, it sought to tramp down those numbers by making those numbers go away by making it legal to cross the border. Just anywhere and everywhere. Yeah, it codified illegal immigration and made it legal. That is not how you fix people coming across your border illegally. You don't make it legal to come across the border illegally. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. That is like saying that to fix gun crimes, we're just going to say it's okay to shoot somebody as long as you don't kill them. You can shoot them though. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's going to make your gun crime go way down. Yeah, it's going to tramp down the gun crime, of course. And that's what they wanted to do. That's why every single Republican in the House, they're not even going to take it up in the House. But that's why almost every single Republican in the Senate did not vote for it. It was BS. The only Republicans that did vote for it are Republicans that worked on the bill. And they're not Republicans, to be honest with you. If they are willing to pass that legislation, these people are not Republicans at all. Because, like I said, it codified illegal immigration. You're not sane if you want to codify illegal immigration. I'm sorry. That's just how it is. Republicans will not stand for the release of dangerous criminals into our communities. And that's exactly what the Biden administration has done. Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson told Fox News. Riley's death has become a rallying point for Donald Trump, the likely GOP presidential nominee, after authorities arrested on murder and assault charges Jose Ibarra, a Venezuelan man who entered the U.S. illegally and was allowed to stay to pursue his immigration case. He has not yet entered a plea to the charges. Yeah. And you notice they didn't mention anything about all the crimes he committed up in New York. No, they're going to leave that stuff out. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement said Ibarra was arrested by New York police. Never mind. And was charged with... I'm sorry, that was a joke. And was charged with acting in a manner to injure a child less than 17 and was a motor vehicle license violation and a motor vehicle. Yeah. Ibarra was released before ICE could ask New York officials to hold him until immigration authorities could take him into custody, ICE said. New York officials have said they have no record of the arrest. Yeah, imagine that. They have no record of the arrest, and they just so happened to release him before ICE could get there. Yeah, a sanctuary state. Yeah, they did that on purpose. because these people want to destroy the country. That is the only possible explanation for this. Because why would you release a criminal who had a minor with him, crashed a car, was also brought up on theft charges as well? You're just gonna let this guy go when he's not even supposed to be here? Yeah, that means you could care less about the safety of your community if you're gonna release a dangerous criminal back out onto the streets. That means that these people do not care at all. The legislation would also allow states to sue the federal government if they can demonstrate harm caused by immigrants who enter the country illegally. It was part of a broader push by Republicans to deride immigrants who enter the U.S. illegally and tie them to violent crimes. Yes, it's all because Republicans want to talk shit about illegal immigrants. No, it's because these people are coming into this country, some of these people come into this country and just think they can do whatever they want. They murder our citizens. They rape our children. They steal from our citizens. They are committing crimes here. They bring drugs into this country. Yeah, Republicans wrote up this bill just to deride some illegal immigrants. You're full of shit, CNN, and this is why you are going to crash and burn eventually. Because nobody is buying your BS. This kind of crap pisses me off because it is saying to the American public that, yeah, Republicans just wanted to talk bad about illegal immigrants. Yeah, they didn't care that an illegal immigrant killed this person. They didn't care that criminal aliens are committing violent, really messed up stuff all across the country. Yeah, they don't care about that. They just did this because they wanted to deride some criminal aliens. Yeah, go right ahead with your BS. That kind of crap really makes me mad because they're lying to us. Rep. Mike Collins, the Georgia Republican who sponsored the bill, posted on social media this week that he had invited Riley's parents to the State of the Union address, but they had chosen to stay home as they grieved the loss of their daughter. Yeah, of course. Per Johnson, Lakin is one of the tragic examples of innocent American citizens who have lost their lives, been brutally and violently attacked by illegal criminals who are roaming our streets. Couldn't have said it better myself. The speaker said his guest for the State of the Union address would also include New York City police officers who brawled with migrants in Times Square. On the whole, however, there is no evidence that immigrants are more prone to violent crime. Several studies have found immigrants commit lower rates of crime than those born in the U.S. through groups that advocate for restrictive immigration policies, dispute or dismiss those findings. Yes, immigrants, people that come into this country the legal way. Yes, because these are good, upstanding people. They're willing to go through the, 5 to 7 year process to become a citizen of this country. They get their visa. They do it the proper way. Yes, these people aren't going to commit crimes. These are the people we want to come into our country. Like I've told the story before. I lived right next door to an immigrant. His son was one of my best friends. We grew up together. I ended up working for this guy. The guy started his own construction company and now has $1 million construction company. Yeah, immigrants are good people. But what they're failing to tell you is that every single person that comes across our southern border without going through a port of entry has a criminal record because they broke the freaking law to get here. And these people are 100% prone to causing more crime. Because they broke the law to get here. Lies, man. Lies. Yeah, of course, you're going to leave out the criminal aliens. We got the cartels working with impunity across our southern border. Yeah. Oh, no, these are all good people. That's basically what I'm getting from that. They're trying to leave out the criminal aspect of all this. It's BS. One study published by the National Academy of Sciences based on Texas Department of Public Safety data from 2012 to 2018 reported native-born U.S. residents were more than twice as likely to be arrested for violent crimes than people in the country illegally. You know what? That really doesn't matter whatsoever. Because just because they're more likely to not be violent doesn't mean that they're not going to be violent. That doesn't mean that whatsoever. And you know what? Prove me wrong. Anybody and everybody, prove me wrong that if Joe Biden would have stopped these people from coming into the country, Lake and Riley would still be alive. These people would not be able to commit the crimes that they commit if they were not allowed to come in the country. Prove me wrong on that assumption. I would love for somebody to try to prove me wrong on that. Lake and Riley would still be alive if Joe Biden wouldn't have let this guy come into the country. That 14-year-old girl that was assaulted would not have gotten assaulted if it were not for Joe Biden allowing whatever that guy's name, I forget it, to come into this country. They're trying to... shit pisses me off. Democrats argued Republicans have shown they are not serious about enacting border policy changes because they rejected a bipartisan proposal from the Senate that would have overhauled the U.S. asylum system with faster and tougher enforcement. Republicans mostly criticized that bill as insufficient. Yeah, it wasn't just insufficient. And it would have overhauled the asylum process. But it also would have codified illegal immigration. That would have allowed more people like this to come into the country and commit crimes. Yeah, they might not be as likely, but they're still going to do it. And it still could be stopped. So why would you allow for people to come into the country that could possibly commit crimes like this? There's only one answer, folks. It's because they do not care. They talk about compassion and all this. Oh, well, these are people too. Yeah, they sure are people. And that they're mixed in with these people are violent criminals that will kill you, rob you, break into your home, take your car, whatever. Not all of them, but there sure are some of them. And every single crime that an illegal immigrant commits could be prevented if they would have been stopped and turned around at our southern border. Prove me wrong. Rep. Jim McGovern, a Massachusetts Democrat who's insane, by the way, accused GOP lawmakers of using Raleigh's death for political purposes. The idea that you would bring a bill like this to the floor to exploit a terrible tragedy, a bill that will do nothing, a bill that you know is going nowhere, is really, really sad, McGovern said. And you know what? I can play that freaking game too. Sure, you use a tragedy like this to bring awareness to a situation. You make a bill like this one to bring awareness to try to stop stuff like this from happening again. That is the whole reason you do that. So what this guy is saying, that Lake and Raleigh, it's okay for her to be killed. That 14-year-old girl, it's okay that she was assaulted. It is okay for criminal aliens to come into this country and commit crimes. And you can't say nothing about it, because if you do, now you're just using that as a political pivot point to try to oppress somebody. No, it's all BS, folks. And don't let these insane Democrats freaking lie to you. Yeah, we can play that game too. Oh, that shit really boils my blood. I'm telling you, man. Nothing gets me more animated than having some insane Democrat try to put the blame on Republicans because they wrote up a bill because a tragedy happened. And they're trying to say, oh, you're trying to use the tragedy as a political bludgeon to get your way. Really? Really? So you're okay with it then? You're okay with criminal aliens doing all this? You're saying for them not to write up laws because a tragedy happened. Oh crap, we got to stop that from happening again. So you're okay with... That's basically what he's saying. How can you interpret that any other way? Let me know down in the comments section, y'all. And that's all I got for this one. I want to thank everybody for watching. And look, if you like what I got to say, smash that subscribe button for me and turn on your notifications. And if you could, as a reminder, before you go, smash that like button, please. It would be a big help. I would appreciate it a whole lot if you could do that for me. But like I said, let me know what you think about this bill. Go read it. Like I said, it's only 9 pages. It ain't much. Go check it out. Let me know what you think about this bill, and leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. That's all I got. I want to thank everybody for watching, and y'all try to have a good day and be positive. Peace.